4 minutes after 3 o'clock, I'll take you out to Ashburn and Redskins Park, where head coach Jay Gruden talking about the team's win yesterday and what's new in the Washington football world, a quarterback controversy.
I don't know if he's totally cleared yet. We're still going through the rehab process. He's going through his drills at the rate that we want him to go through them, and we'll give him a little bit more this week and see where he's at. But ultimately, can he cut without pain? Can he run without pain? Is he full speed? Is it sturdy enough? Does he feel like it is? Does he play good with the brace on? There's a lot of issues that still go into making him a starter or seeing if he's ready or not, and a lot of those are out of my hands. He's going to have to make those decisions, and the trainers. Mentally?
Yeah, just mentally, what do you need to see from him?
Mentally? Oh, he's nothing. I mean, mentally, he'll be ready to go, I'm sure. He's been in all the meetings. It's not like he's forgotten anything. So I think just getting back in the flow, calling the plays in the huddle with the ones, going through the concepts over again, just making sure he's didn't forget anything, which I don't think he has.
Hey, Jay, you talk about guys having to step up now. Ryan Kerrigan's a guy who has stepped up this season. I mean, the guy has made impact plays on the edge. He's been consistent. And I'm just wondering now, I mean, moving forward, do you see him being a guy now who, okay, maybe you switch, maybe he flops, they flip-flop sides, with him and Trent. But do you see him being a guy this defense really can rally around now?
Yeah, we have to. He's a key player. He's been a key player for us the entire season, and last year's made some big plays, and everybody relies on Ryan. His consistency is excellent. He comes to work every day, he works hard, he's good against the run. He has had some great pass rush moves, obviously, getting up the field and got some bull rush. He can do it all, and he's dropped in coverage and covered tight ends out of the backfield. So we really feel strongly about where Ryan is as a player. He's productive, and he's going to have to be more productive. Everybody on that defense, without D. Hall, without Arakpo, they're all going to have to step up and play better than they ever thought they could.
In addition to that, will Trent be on the right side, or is Ryan going to stay on the left, or will they mix around, or where do you see them lining up?
Move them around, and hopefully get the best matchup possible, move them around. And the big thing is just getting them out there Wednesday, and we'll go through a practice, and Coach Haslett and Coach Baker and Coach Burney, they're up there making a plan right now. As far as where they'll line up, we'll figure that out soon.
Oh, sorry.
Go. No, you go.
Back to Arakpo, and I don't know if it got announced to us in the press conference, in the press box, a little bit differently, but it was announced that he had a stinger, and then he went back in, and then he went back out with the shoulder. Were they all connected, or were two separate, different injuries?
I think they're two separate issues, from what I understand. Yes. So, he went back in the game, obviously, and he tried to make a tackle, and did some damage to it, and obviously has to have surgery. So, very unfortunate for Brian, but he'll bounce back, man. He's a tough guy. He's strong. Just unfortunate. I feel bad for him, and it's a major blow to us.
Back to Robert, if I may. Given all that he and the trainers need to find out medically and that the coaching staff wants to see in practice, can you rule him out for Monday's game at Dallas at this point? Is that just too quick?
No, I can't rule him out. But,
okay.
He still has a long way to go.
Okay.
I wouldn't rule him out, but he's got a ways to go to show that he can play, show that ankle's 100%. That's the big thing is, he's got to be 100% ready to go. We don't want to put him out there at 85%, have it be weak, and have him do something else to it. You know what I mean? We want to make sure he's ready to go when he's out there.
And conceivably, 5-6 days is enough time for you to decide or not decide.
Yeah, it's hard for me to say. I'm
okay.
letting the doctors, I'm letting Larry and the doctors tell me about when it's good for him to go out and play a real football game. Do they feel comfortable putting him out there? And then if they say yes, then Robert's got to let me know, do you feel comfortable going out there in a game? And if he says yes, then I have to feel comfortable about putting Robert out there in a game. We'll go through that process just like that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Coach, so let's say that let's say that somewhere along the line someone is not comfortable with Robert going out there.
Yes, they'll wait a week.
Who might we see under center on Monday?
Right now we're going to move forward with Colt. We're going to plan out. I like to make the decision as soon as I can just to get the reps, because I'm a big rep guy, and I want to make sure we get the starter ready to go. And moving forward for the Cowboys, we're going to start with Colt. And Kirk's going to get the reps that he gets, and he'll be ready to go in if need be. But Colt will be the starter. I'm planning on Monday night.
Back to Rack. Obviously, frustrations for him and having to deal with similar injuries like this. I wonder if you had a conversation with him about that, or
I haven't had a chance to talk to him yet. You know, he just had the MRI today, and I don't know if he's back here yet or not. But you know, he's been a class act since I got here. You know, he's handled his situation like a pro. He's practiced very hard. He's competed. He's been a good leader on and off the field, and just very unfortunate. I know he's frustrated with his sack numbers statistically, but he's been a big piece of our defense. You know, we're in the top 10 on defense, and he's a major part of the reason why.
After looking at the film, what did you see regarding the run game? Is the line just not getting the push, or is it just because they're clogging the run lanes? What are the reasons?
Where do you want to start? You know, like I said, in the run game, the way we run the ball, you know, it's something different every time. Sometimes Alfred needs to stay outside. You know, he missed a couple cuts in the game. There's no question about it. You know, sometimes a point of attack, sometimes a backside blocking, sometimes it's a guard not getting up to the next level. Could be a lot of different things. You know, in the running game, to have a good running game, it takes everybody to be a part of it. You know, and everybody has to get on their people, and then the back has to make the proper cut with vision. And then sometimes you got to run through some people, make some people miss, and get down the field. And right now, we're just not working in concert together the way I think we should, and the way we can, and the way Coach Firster coaches it. And it's not all the line, it's not all the tight ends, it's not all the backs, it's not all the receivers. It's a combination of everything. And we're going to continue to run it, continue to work on it, and hopefully it'll click, because we're going to need it to click against Dallas, that's for sure.
Coach, I know you say it's a combination of things with the running game, but when you look at Alfred specifically, is there something he's not doing this year or doing differently than he's done in past years?
You know, I don't think so. You know, he's just, you know, he's had some bad looks at plays where not many backs would make positive yards, but he's had some good looks where he's missed some cuts, and he's had some good runs, you know. So we just got to keep giving it to him, keep giving him the looks. And but as far as him degressing from last year, I don't think he is. I think he's still the same guy. I think he's a good, productive running back in the NFL. We just got to get him better looks, and then when he has a good look, he's got to make the right reads. You know, so it's a little bit of combination of everything. But we still like Alfred, and we still feel like he's going to carry us to where we need to go.
To follow up on
couple of pieces of news coming out of the Redskins news conference there. One of them, we now know the starting quarterback Monday night against the Cowboys in Dallas. It will be Colt McCoy, who had been the third-string quarterback, got inserted in the second half of the game against the Tennessee Titans yesterday, led the team to a last-second game-ending field goal win. Kirk Cousins will back up Colt McCoy. I heard him talk a little bit about Robert Griffin III, who is making progress from his injured knee, but that it continues to be progressing, and the coach said they're going to have to take a look at it. He's on sort of a day-by-day thing to see how his body is able to perform. Apparently, we'll also have to go back to wearing that knee brace that was such a hindrance for him last season. But because he gets that knee is oft injured now, it looks like the brace is going to be a more permanent part of his uniform. The other thing was the bad news. Three-time Pro Bowler Brian Orakpo is out for the season. He suffered a torn pectoral muscle. They did a magnetic resonance imaging scan of him today. They found the tear. It was originally supposed to be, you heard one of the reporters ask, he got a stinger in his elbow, went back in, and then apparently got injured the chest muscle. And that is a season-ending injury for Brian Orakpo. So some news coming out of Jay Gruden's news conference this afternoon. Coming